You're saying if you have a media machine that purposefully lies to its people to maintain a political fiction and get themselves power, that is the hallmark of an authoritarian system, not a democratic system.
Absolutely.
Well, if we were ever to get something like that in the United States, we would be horrified, furious, to know that there was an entire media organization designed to bend reality, to manipulate facts, to maintain power.
All right, welcome to Hind Deer Podcast. And what the fuck is going on in America?
What the fuck is going on? There is an attack on free speech.
Yeah, this is crazy what's going on. I've never seen anything like this before. This is super scary. We have Mahmoud Khalil. He was someone here on a green card. And he was arrested. He was arrested Monday, March 10th. And the point was that they were going to start revoking visas for students that were in the United States that were demonstrating against Israel or just protesting for Palestinian rights.
They have already revoked someone's visa, some Chinese student visa.
Yeah, but the issue is, so they got to this guy and they arrested him, and then they found out he had a green card, and a green card holder has more rights. And so now they're sort of bending reality. They're trying to bend the facts. They're trying to bend the law to fit their narrative. It's like watching a third world country. You ever seen a dictator try to justify everything in real time?
Mm-hmm. They don't want to be wrong.
Yeah, let me show you this.
They're fighting to be right now.
Here's J.D. Vance.
See,
a green card holder, even if I might like that green card holder, doesn't have an indefinite right to be in the United States of America, right? American citizens have different rights from people who have green cards, from people who have student visas. And so my attitude on this is, this is not fundamentally about free speech. And to me, yes, it's about national security, but it's also more importantly about who do we, as an American public, decide gets to join our national community? And if the Secretary of State and the President decide this person shouldn't be in America and they have no legal right to stay here, it's as simple as that.
Do you see more such deportations happening?
I think we'll certainly see some people who get deported on student visas if we determine that it's not in the best interest of the United States to have them in our country. So yeah, I don't know how high that number is going to be, but you're going to see more people.
That is called gaslighting.
Yeah.
It was absolutely fundamentally about freedom of speech. So Trump, he's being told what to do. He's being told who to hire, who to fire. Anyone who speaks out against Israel right now, he's trying to silence them. And it's really weird because I thought Trump was going to be like America first kind of guy. I thought he was going to have some...
Yeah, it disappointed me, to be honest. Like, I would never vote for him, but I would allow him to be president by not voting for Kamala. Anyway, but he disappointed me. He really disappointed me. I thought he was smarter than this.
You remember initially when Trump was elected, he contacted Netanyahu and said he wants the war to end by the time he gets in office. This was October 30th, 2024. And then later, on February 4th, Netanyahu came to the United States and had a meeting with Trump. And after that meeting, Trump said how he wants to take over Gaza. And the tone completely shifted. He completely backtracked on everything he said. And now he's supporting genocidal behavior, ethnic cleansing. So I just want to know, is Trump being blackmailed?
Probably, most likely, yeah.
I think Trump is being blackmailed.
Yeah, I mean...
to do these things. It's
they blackmail our leaders. It's not gonna be a surprise if they blackmail Trump.
I mean, let me show you this. Trump was speaking with Hamas separately from direct talks with Israel, and where is it here?
Understand why Netanyahu, Dermer, others might be upset.
I do understand. I spoke with Ron, and I'm sympathetic. He has someone that he doesn't know well, making direct contact with Hamas. Maybe I would see them and say, look, they don't have horns growing out of their head. They're actually guys like us. They're pretty nice guys. So he doesn't know me, and there are big stakes. He lives in a country where if it sets certain precedents, then it will hurt or help a lot of other people. So I understand the consternation and the concern, and I wasn't upset. At the same time, we're the United States. We're not an agent of Israel. We have specific interests at play.
So would you believe it? That guy gave that talk on CNN and he was fired that day.
Oh, wow. We are occupied.
And so here's even crazier. Like, I saw one person on X who was trying to justify it, saying that he shouldn't talk nice of Hamas, and because apparently that's not appropriate. Here's 5 times where Trump praised dictators, just so you know that praising the perceived enemy is actually something that Trump has said is one of his strategies.
He says, "You're not going to be a dictator, are you?" I said, no, other than day one. We're closing the border, and we're drilling. After that, I'm not a dictator, okay?
That sounds to me like you're going back to the policies when you were president. All right.
You know, I was very honored as a man. Viktor Orban, anyone ever hear of him? He's probably like one of the strongest leaders anywhere in the world. And he's the leader of, right? He's the leader of Turkey. President Xi is like central casting. There's nobody in Hollywood that can play the role of President Xi. The look, the strength, the voice. It's good to have a good relationship with Putin and Xi and all these people that have lots of nuclear weapons. And Kim Jong-un I had a good relationship with. He's a tough, smart guy. He's strong like granite. He's strong. I know him very well. President Xi of China. And he's standing there. You know, he's a fierce person. He runs 1.4 billion people with an iron hand. And they say, oh, he said good things about him. No, he happens to be a very smart person. If I say a certain leader is smart, that's controlling a big part of the world, the press gets upset that I say smart because that's a good thing. No, very smart people. These are very smart people, but they're dealing with very stupid people. Even Vladimir Putin. Has anybody ever heard of Vladimir Putin? Of Russia says that Biden's, and this is a quote, politically motivated persecution of his political rival is very good for Russia because it shows the rottenness of the American political system, which cannot pretend to teach others about democracy.
Yeah. So anyways, it's good to have a good relationship with your enemies. That's what I think. That was not verbatim, but that was pretty close to what Trump said. It's good to have a good relationship with your enemies unless your enemies are Hamas or a group supporting Palestinian rights. What do you think?
I think that shows up, that comes across as weak, as afraid of Hamas.
Yeah.
That comes across as not only afraid of Hamas, afraid of the truth of the suffering of Palestinian people. That's what this comes across. When you're like scared of a terrorist organization that has no power, you come across as weak and afraid. So that's what it comes across. That's what I think it does.
Yeah, I mean, it's there's a lot of always smear campaigns. So then they started smearing this guy as soon as they realized that he had a green card and that he didn't break any laws. You know, that he was not charged with a crime. He was arrested and not charged with a crime. Do you know that in the United States, that's not the norm? That's not something normal here.
That's like a third world country.
Do you know that every country has something they're known for? The United States is known for its freedom. Have you ever heard of American freedom?
I mean, that's what I thought I came here for.
Okay. So that's what we're known for. That's kind of our thing,
But
you know?
it looks like I don't have those freedoms anymore.
It looks like they're trying to take them away.
It's scary, you know? Like, I thought I came here from a third world country to a free country for freedom. And then they scared the shit out of me to say anything, you know? I can't say everything I think.
Yeah, we're going to dark times. So I thought Trump wanted to put America first, but Trump is endangering the United States. He's endangering like our social fabric by trying to take away our fundamental rights. Everyone here is protected under the Constitution. I don't know if people that say otherwise have probably never thought through a social studies class. I mean, the way the law works is Constitution, state, county, city, township. Those are like the jurisdiction. People have constitutional protections, even if they're not U.S. citizens. If they're in the United States, they have constitutional protections. They can't vote, but they can own guns.